Do any of you like fishing? Well, I'm Hayden Walker and I love to fish. I absolutely love it. I first got into fishing whenever my dad bought me my first fishing pole when I was like 4. Well, I can admit fishing is rather frustrating at times. Like sometimes the fish do not want to bite, and I know this for a fact. I go fishing probably 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm going fishing this afternoon after I finish this speech. My friends often call me shady because I go fishing so much and don't hang out with them, but I mean I love it, so I just can't quit. I'm here today to tell you everything you need to know about fishing. I will tell you the laws, records, lures, and locations that you need to know in order to be successful next time you go to the river. First, you need to know the laws required by like the Alabama legislature, so you don't get a big fine. According to TakeMeFishing.org, an individual 16 years and older must have a license. A license can be purchased at like Walmart or any outdoor store, any local outdoor store in your area. Once you turn 65, which most of you are younger than that, you don't need a fishing license, but that's kind of nice once you become a senior citizen. A limit of 10 bass per person can be kept in one day, 20 bass per boat. You know, I'm the kind of catch and release kind of fisherman. I catch and release them right back into the grease. Breaking all these laws, you have a huge fine, and it's not fun to pay. I've got caught one time without a license, and my dad was not happy. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the records for the bass around here. There's 2 types of bass in these rivers that you'll catch most often. The first is largemouth bass. It gets relatively big in size, and it's more common than the other one. It has a really big mouth, hence the name largemouth. And the world record is 22 pounds and 4 ounces, which is huge. I've only seen, the biggest one I've ever seen, probably 10 or 12 pounds. The second species is the spotted bass. It doesn't get much bigger. It gets, it's probably half the size, like the world record. It's got a smaller mouth and it fights a lot harder once you hook them. And I like catching these because they're rare, and they're like more respectful when you catch them. Like people's like, oh, you caught a spot. The world record spot weighed 10 pounds and 8 ounces according to Bassmaster.com. According to Outdoor Alabama, the state record largemouth weighs 16 pounds and 8 ounces, and the world record spot weighed 8 pounds and 15 ounces. Alright, next there's 3 types of lures you need in order to be successful. The first lure is the spinnerbait. I've got one right here today. This is a spinnerbait. It's been around for hundreds of years, and I always have one tied on too. It always works, or not always. It's better to use on windy days and on days that it's real overcast, because it distorts the look of the bait, and the fish can't see it as clearly, so they'll hit it thinking it's a shad. The next lure is soft plastics. This is my go-to lure. I always have one of these tied on, because if they don't bite anything else, like if they're not biting a spinnerbait or topwater, they always will bite a soft plastic. I have a bullet weight hooked onto it and a hook, and this is a lizard. Soft plastics can be worms, crawfish, lizards, and just really anything. Like they can be weird stuff like critters and stuff. The next lure that I always have tied on is topwater. Now this is my absolute favorite because the big bass like it. This is a topwater frog, and it's much larger than the soft plastics, so the big fish hit it. And it's best used early in the morning and late in the evening. They usually won't hit it during the middle of the day unless it's overcast and windy. Finally, I like to tell you where to fish. Bass are ambush predators, so they like to hide under grass and trees and stuff. So if you ever come across a log laying in the water, make sure you throw beside it. And don't get discouraged if you throw beside it and the fish don't hit it the first time. A lot of times it takes 3 or 4 casts in one spot for a bass to hit it. Bass also like to school up in creek mouths and on ledges. So just once you go, if you're going down the river, fishing on the river, always throw near a creek mouth, and if you get lucky, you'll get in a school of fish and you'll catch a lot. In conclusion, I told you all about the laws, the records, the lures, and the locations so you can catch bass. I hope you're successful on your next fishing trip. Thank you.